The Arizona Church Security Network exists to come alongside the various ministries of Arizona and provide professional training, networking opportunities, and opportunities to share best practices in policies, procedures, and standard operating guidelines. Now we see on a regular basis criminal acts occur on church property, on their campuses, inside their buildings. And the awareness of that is something that is usually fairly eye-opening. Our goal is to come alongside and provide biblically based solutions to active violence, to medical emergencies, and to other types of incidents that churches may find themselves experiencing. We're looking at it from an all hazards approach. So we need to look and see, okay, if we have a structure fire that is starting, how do we evacuate the congregants? What are the best practices? What does communication look like in that setting beyond just a fire alarm activation? And we go through all of the other areas. What does a medical response look like? Do we have AEDs? Do we have stop the bleed kits? Do we have people in the church that are licensed medical professionals that in the event of an emergency are willing to come and provide medical assistance to a member of the congregation who is in trouble? When we look at use of force, trespassing, protesters, demonstrators, those types of circumstances, we're looking at how do we make sure what we're doing complies with state law, but also complies with what our mission is. And how can we balance the mission of the church or the organization with the statutes? Because just because we can legally do something doesn't necessarily mean that's always going to be the best decision or choice. Generally speaking, medical emergencies are going to be the most common incident that we see in our houses of worship. But that's going to also depend on who the regular congregants and attenders are, where is that house of worship located, and what have they been doing historically to take care of those types of incidents, whether it's medical, whether it's an individual in crisis. We know that we need to customize the approach for each organization because we know every church has its own culture. And so I need to find out what I can about the organization's culture before we can really proceed with what's going to be the best practices in their context. The atmosphere that this creates in the churches is one where your congregants can come, they can worship, they can focus on their relationship with Jesus Christ and not have to be concerned about what happens if there is a medical emergency, what happens if there's a violent intruder, because they know there are people trained that are serving in that ministry role that will be there to provide for those emergency needs if they were to arise. We're seeing great success, whether it's response to medical emergencies, response to child safety, or to other events of a criminal nature like trespassing, disorderly conduct, or domestic violence. We see churches equipped with immediate responders to fill the gap from when that incident begins until the professional first responders are able to arrive.